This is Markets at Lunch. You're with ET now, and it's
Okay, let's get an expert view on global markets, specifically in Europe. Eric Cheney, Chief Economist at the AXA Group, joins us now on the phone line. Eric, thanks for chatting with us on ET now. Eric joins us from Paris. Your view on what's going on in Europe? There seems to be a sudden change in sentiment. For 3 days now in a row, we've seen a reasonably strong run at the markets.
Yes, thank you for inviting me. Well, I have to say that I'm not as positive as the markets regarding what's going on in Europe. We have a deep crisis, which is due to the fact that the management of the euro area does not work as it was expected to work, and the political solutions have not yet been found. So I'm afraid that we are going to have a lot of volatility in the markets depending on the news flow. The next big obstacle is what is going to happen in Greece, and it is quite possible that Greece will default not on its financial debt, but on its internal debt, and that the government will have to shut down, and that could lead to some sort of political chaos in this country. And on the other hand, companies, non-financial companies in Europe, which are still having a good business, but they have started to cut production because they are fearing a liquidity crunch. And I'm afraid also that because of the difficult situation of European banks, we have started to see a credit crunch in the economy in many European economies, southern economies, but not only. I'm afraid that small and medium-sized companies in Europe are being progressively cut from the capital markets and from the credit lines, and all that doesn't bode very well for the European equity markets, I'm afraid.
Eric, fair point, because there are factions of the market which are reading the much hyped conference call last night as just a lip service to boost market sentiment. But what is the possible or what is the likely outcome that the market wants to see?
I think the markets would like to have more clarity about what is going to happen for the next tranche of the loan by the IMF and the European Union to Greece. This 8 billion euros tranche is supposed to be paid in early October, so in the next few weeks. Now, the experts from the IMF, the European Central Bank, and the European Commission, called the Troika, have cut the negotiation with the Greek government because the Greek government is not complying with the covenants of the loans, so to speak. There was this phone call between Angela Merkel, Nicolas Sarkozy, and Mr. Papandreou, but we don't know what they say, what they said, and we have absolutely no assurance that the Greek government will follow the book. If the Greek government does not follow the book, then the loan will not be paid, at least entirely. The markets would like to know what's going to happen in terms of political decisions in Greece.
Right. Eric, a quick word on Euro bonds, because every now and then we see some comment coming in which seems to give the market hope that Euro bonds is likely to happen in the near term.
It's not going to happen in the near term. I think that these hopes are totally misplaced. There was a ruling by the German Constitutional Court last week which was very clear. At this stage, the joint issuance of bonds between several euro area countries would not include Germany. So without Germany, the idea of Eurobonds is a hollow idea. Nevertheless, it could be a long-term solution if there is a strict governance of Eurobonds. But to get there, you have to negotiate. And the big negotiations will be between Germany, which is the lender country, and Italy, which is the country with the highest government debt. Italy has the third highest government debt in the world after the US and Japan.
Right.
This negotiation will take, I'm afraid, much more than a few weeks. It might take even 1 or 2 years before Eurobonds could become a possibility. Certainly not a solution for the short term.
All right, Eric, thank you so much for taking time out and joining us on the phone line from Paris. Hope to have you more often on the show. Eric Cheney, they're not quite agreeing with the mood of the market in Europe. Aisha?
Okay, slip into a very quick break in this edition of Markets at Lunch.